Hello, folks. Today I want to talk to you about the value of absolute truth. If you were to go to a university professor, a philosophy professor, and ask him, what is absolute truth? He would respond along the lines of, by giving an example that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And it is true everywhere. It is true here in America, it is true in Russia, it is true in Timbuktu, it is true in Antarctica, it is also true in outer space. And it is true for everybody, and not only that, it is unchanging. Therefore, he would say it is absolutely true. He would give that as a simple example. Now, however, this kind of ascribing truth values to specific statements, propositions, or sentences has serious limitations. It is of very little use when it comes to the big questions in life. Like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Is going to be the absolute truth of 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 is going to be of no value to solve the Arab-Israeli problem in Palestine. It is not going to help solve the Kashmir problem between India and Pakistan. Both countries have got nuclear weapons. And they have not been able to solve the problem. And this sort of truth is not going to help you solve the problem. Let's say you are in the United States, and this year is the 250th year of the Declaration of Independence in America. And, roughly 250 years ago, or a little less than that, the Constitution of the United States was adopted, little less than maybe 230, a couple of decades, within a couple of decades, the US Constitution was adopted. But will the Constitution of the United States, constitutional government of the United States, survive, let's say, 500 years from now? And will something as inconsequential in that respect as 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 help you in any way? Religious people believe that there is an afterlife, and in the Abrahamic tradition they believe that, and perhaps even in other traditions, people believe that based on your deeds you will either go to heaven or hell. And at the gates of heaven, you cannot use 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 as a passcode to get into heaven. So on the big questions of life, here and now, big problems that we face, in the longevity and the survival of a nation and its continued greatness, cannot be preserved by this kind of ascribing truth values to statements, and calling them absolute truth. What we mean by absolute truth is something that is true and will ensure success in these large questions of life, here in the future on this planet, as well as in afterlife. That is what we refer to as absolute truth. The one thing that will guarantee or the best chance, or will give you the best chance of success in any problem domain that is of significance and consequence to you, to human beings in life. That is what we mean by absolute truth. And that is what we should seek, and that is what has value. Having said that, let me finish my talk. Thank you very much.